That famous quote, "Just the facts, ma'am," comes from Dragnet. And if you don't know what Dragnet is, that means I'm a little older than you, and I suggest you go to YouTube because it's one of those old classic police dramas. And this was one of the most famous lines. Look, whether you go there or not, one of the ways that you can let your success do the selling is just give the facts. Now, this is the second in a series of 4 videos on letting your success do the selling. This is actually a 12-step process, but I wanted to share with you publicly through these videos some of the best of those ideas because we're doing way too much hard work in selling. We need to let the buyers sell themselves by getting out of their way, but we still need to give them information. We still need to give details. So just the facts does that. Now, one of the things I'm going to suggest you do, whether it's an in-person appointment or you're on the phone, is keep your notes in front of you. Don't rely just on your memory. It's okay to have a binder or portfolio in front of you when you sell that you look down to every now and then with key sound bites. And it's certainly appropriate that you do this on the phone because they can't see what you're doing. Look, if I'm then in a conversation with a customer and they talk about all of the overtime and it's costing them tons of money, and they want to realize some savings, but they don't know how to do that, I could actually look down at my list of sound bites, the successes I've had in various areas, and I could pull up my overtime sound bite. I could say, I know we can help with this because we helped another company save over $1 million in overtime, and that created over $10 million in extra profits. Now think about that short statement. It's 9 seconds or less. That's soundbiting your success, which I recommend you watch that video if you haven't. But it's really engaging. It talks about the success of my efforts, a quantifiable success. It prompts interest because I'm sure they'd love that benefit if they have the issue of overtime. But look at that then, $1 million in savings, creating $10 million in profits. True story of one of my clients, and it always brings up, well, gosh, how did you do that? They've not heard this before because they've not had this success before. That lets your success do the selling. You should have a list of just the facts, sound bites, like this in a number of different areas that let your success do the selling through the facts, through the results that you get. Do that. There's no heavy lifting, no hard effort. Your facts, while getting out of their way to get them to sell themselves, does all the closing for you. And that is a fact.